Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Paul.
Welcome to episode 13 in the series 19 Lessons from 19
19
Years
years,
in 19
19
Days.
days.
So, babe, I heard you guys were thrashed by your boys, your
Are you
sons,
bringing that up now?
in the game of
Indinipatia
football.
warning.
They were beaten 18-8 by the
What?
boys.
Yeah, there's play fathers and sons, and yeah, one day in the near future. Anyway, so we've learned that in life you have to do your a game of 90 minutes is not always 90 minutes. You have to build in margin. You have to build in extra time. There's always extra time. So one of the things that we were talking about is the fact that for every practice that we would do as a group of players, I remember back in high school, what we would do is the coach would give us drills. Would start maybe like 4:30 like this in the evening, and would go playing drills. Would play soccer, do a match up to 6. And then after the game, you're tired. After he's made you run around, then he'll tell you, "Hey, my friends, Bado, there's always extra time." So he'll make us run 10 laps, 10 laps around the field, which is 400 meters. 10 laps, man, it was exhausting. But he said there's always extra time. That there's always, so you can always play a game for 90 minutes, but there's also extra time, which is another 30 minutes, which then you still need to be fit. So that's how life is. It's never a marathon. I mean, it's not a dash. It's a marathon. It's a distance. So you have to keep your energies going. And that's how marriage is, and that's how life is.
And I guess you have to prepare for the extra time.
Yeah.
Even in marriage, because there are days when it comes and you've given everything you've got, and you still need to keep going.
Yeah.
And you need to prepare for that extra time, and you need to build into your marriage so that your marriage can get to extra time. Now it's not about you, it's about your relationship.
Yeah.
That your relationship has the stamina to get into extra time.
Yeah.
So what are some of the ways that people can run 10 laps but in marriage?
I mean, the thing that many people don't like doing is reading. You don't like reading. In fact, that's why YouTube came up. So you don't have to read. You just listen and watch. But that guy talked about, what was his name? I forget his name right now. But Rabbi Lapin, one of the things he says, you should read. You should increase your knowledge. You should understand the things. And even for us, that's what has helped us a lot, Keep in touch with what's going on in your relationships, read books. Read books that are about marriage, that challenge how you do your life together. One of the interesting things, we watched a movie called Fireproof, but then it had a book called Love Dare, and that book was really good. It opens your eyes to see yourself, to realize just how selfish you are. We're very selfish, but in a marriage, it's a give. Love is outward focused, not inward focused, and that's how love is generally, and it should be. So, read books.
Yeah, and some books that are interesting. Paul has already mentioned the Love Dare. It's a good one. It's actually a dare. You're dared to do. It's a 40-day dare.
Yeah.
And there are things that you do on a daily, and there's a devotion attached to it.
Yeah.
And it's a good book to read. And there's other books like DNA of Relationships, which is a good one for talking about the DNA of relationship, but get the one that's for couples, because there's two. There's DNA of relationship and DNA of relationship for couples.
Yeah.
And then books like Love and Respect, or The Meaning of Marriage. There's several books that are good for you, and what we can do is put the links to all the names of those books in the description, and you can just look at it and see which book would apply to you. There's a book that came out, I think, last year. It's called Relationship Goals by Michael Todd. It's a really good one, and there's even a whole series on YouTube on relationship goals. So if you want to listen rather than read, because I know there's some people who, if you tell them to read,
we read.
We might be here till next year.
We read. I'm not a fast reader like this chick did here.
But yes, Relationship Goals is another book. So we'll put in the description a number of books that have helped us that we find very useful in the marriage discussion. Even just get a group together and find a book and go through the book together. That has also really helped. So for those who don't read, they benefit from the discussion that comes in the group. But
Yes. I mean, also there are movies, of course. Yeah, that's why I apply. That's why I fall in. But I'm old school, so reading on Kindle for me, I struggle. I'd rather read a book, a physical kitabu, where I flip pages, I lick my finger and turn the page. So such things, that one works for me very well. But yeah, so I mean, you can watch movies. There are movies that are out there that also help you, because it's something you can do together at the same time. And the good thing with that is you can pause and talk it through. Make it like part of the things that you do every other time. It could be once a month, quarterly, where you do an assessment of your relationship and how it's going. So that works very good. One of my favorite ones that I had to watch with cotton buds right here was called Fireproof. With the love there, and it was really interesting. The other one was
some of the movies are very entertaining. It doesn't have to be a very serious movie for you to learn something from it. There's movies done by Tyler Perry called Why Did I Get Married? There's Why Did I Get Married 1 and Why Did I Get Married 2? And it follows a bunch of couples and what they're doing when they go on holiday. But there's so many lessons that you can learn from the movie, that you can pick from the movie. And it's...
And you see yourself in there.
You see yourself in there. Or you see some things that you really do not want to do. Or you see some things that you want to do.
Exactly.
But it's a learning point. Or there's a movie called Not Easily Broken. It's also a really good movie for just discussion points on marriage and different aspects of marriage and how to deal with family and work and finances and a whole bunch of things. And movies are nice because you enjoy, but then you're also learning in the process. So another way that you can build in extra time, build in margin. We have a friend who likes saying you have to have margin.
You have to have margin
in everything. So another way that you can build in margin or extra time into your relationship is marriage mentorship. And marriage mentorship can look very different. It can come in very different forms. One of the ways is one-on-one with another couple, preferably one that has been married longer than yourselves. So that that you have people that you can go to that will pour into your marriage, but let it be people who are positive, people who will speak encouragement, people who will see the greatness in your marriage and call out that greatness. So that's one way that you can do marriage mentorship.
I mean, we have guys who, even just a group, even just peers, but remember, values, people with the same values, because you dress for where you're going. You birds of a feather flock together, So if you're going, you want to take your marriage in a certain direction, you want to take your relationship in a certain direction, then it's important to have people of like-mindedness, having the same values that you treasure and desire to see, not just in yourselves, but in your children. Hang around such people, so your iron sharpens iron, so you can hang around people who sharpen you, or you sharpen each other. A couple that we like to hang out with, Barnabas and Grace. They're an amazing couple, and they run an organization called Two Ships Solutions, and they're an amazing couple. They challenge us and they make us think in a new direction, differently, which is beautiful. And those are guys that we can use.
They're both relationship coaches, and they have done so much with couples, whether it's premarital counseling, whether it's marriage mentorship, or couples retreats, couples events, teaching on marriage, speaking on marriage. They are a wealth of knowledge and information, and they have such a passion for marriages, and they truly have what's the word for it? They truly have a knack for knowing how to bond with a couple and how to help them and just how to mentor them. The organization, like my husband said, is called Two Shapes Solutions, and we'll put the links to how you can find them in the description below. But they are awesome. If you're looking for marriage mentorship, if you're looking for premarital counseling, if you're looking for just people that you can talk to about marriage, if you want to put an event together and have people come and speak to couples, these are the people that you should call. They are wonderful and amazing. And yes, sometimes just also look out for other activities, for example, in your church, or couple retreats that you hear are happening but are going to teach good things. Just look out for opportunities like that to get away and to go for those seminars or for those retreats and just build into your marriage. Build that extra time into your marriage.
Build that extra time. It's that margin is so important. Ask me, I should know, because the last time we played for 2 hours and I had gone with my brain thinking I'll do 1 hour. My friend, those boys are fast. They are fast. Just reminded me of me in those days. So that's episode 13. Episode 13 of
19 lessons from 19 years in 19 days.
I finally got it. All right. Well, God willing, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.